Grenade launchers are based. Whether it's the underbarrel M203 or the 40mm MGLs that we all saw in Transformers and thought, damn, I need to enlist, Americans have been using 40mm grenade launchers for the better part of a century, slinging giant hunks of get at things we don't like. But of all the grenade launchers under God's blue heaven, you'd be hard-pressed to find one more iconic than the M79, aka the Thumper, aka the Bloop Tube. The M79 has been featured in some of the most legendary films of all time, from Terminator 2 Judgment Day to Apocalypse Now to Call of Duty, whatever, but everybody knows it for its iconic sound, which is how it got its nickname, because it sounds like this. Bloop. But today we got a variety of loads for this thing. We're just gonna have a little bit of fun and test out what is clearly one of the sexiest guns of all time. And learn a little bit of history along the way so you can tell your parents that this is educational. First round up, what we've been shooting all day so far is these little blue boys. These are your 40mm chalk rounds, affectionately referred to as chalkies.
So for those who don't know, chalk rounds are these little blue guys. They're basically practice grenades, and instead of having a high explosive warhead, they're filled with orange chalk to mark where your grenade impacted. So if you're firing it at distance, you see the big plume of orange and you can see exactly where you hit. Now, while they aren't designed to explode and not necessarily designed to kill people either, I still don't think I'd want to be shot with one, because it's still a pretty heavy chunk of ass heading your way.
So we got the chalk round loaded, and we're gonna see exactly how well this thing would do as an office self-defense weapon. That's my person, I don't know you! Holy fuck. Let's see where that hit. Oh shit, it actually hit toward the bottom. Well, you know what they say, close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, or launched grenades. I remember growing up my dad talking about this thing because of Apocalypse Now, which I was far too young to watch at the time. And if you've never seen Apocalypse Now, you're probably the kind of guy who's not even subscribed. Frankly, it's just embarrassing. Seriously, add it to your Amazon Prime list tonight. Right after you subscribe. That you can do now. Eli, you ever get to fuck with grenade launchers over in Iraq?
No, just the 203, but not one of these. Dear God, these are fucking beautiful.
I heard they still issued them to some guys, or some dudes took them over.
I bet it was the soft guys, if anyone. I mean, they are...
They're just kind of, it's kind of a vibe.
Just walking in. If you're a bad guy and you see a dude coming in with this on his side, you ain't fucking around.
The original, like the Spooky Boys in Vietnam, like the SEALs and the Delta Boys, like the OG stuff, or well, MACV-SOG, those guys would have like the cut down. It was like a pistol version of those, like a sawn-off Thumper.
Which this is very sawed off already, which is wild. Also, yeah, you just see Tiger Stripe in these in Vietnam.
Oh yeah,
just going and just pomp.
It's drip or drown, Spider-Man.
God, they're so beautiful.
They had, I think it was one of the guys who was on the Bin Laden raid. I was hearing that he had one of the cut down ones just on his kit, which, I mean, fuck it.
And just kick one through the second story because bad guys might be in there.
Yeah.
They were in there. 100% bad guys were in there. Verified.
Fuck that guy in particular.
War crime.
I mean.
That window looked at me weird.
I wasn't there. Well, fuck yeah, man. You want to shoot one?
I would love to.
Here you go.
Thank you, good sir. That would suck getting shot by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my friend, that is beautiful.
Imagine just breaking into what you think is a normal house in Texas and you just get chalked in the goddamn sternum.
Just shatter your ribs.
Oh, what's that? Trouble breathing?
That doesn't sound like a 12 gauge.
It's pretty hearing safe, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I got like a little bit of
crazy about it. It's very hearing safe.
I got like a little bit of like ear squeegees, but like I don't really feel like I need them. Oh yeah, definitely adjusted that way better because I was aiming first off like right here, and then apparently I hit right up there in the top corner. I just inverted the sign. It's not like the sign has like an arrow on it telling me which way it was pointing originally. Crazy. I told Eli to aim a little bit lower and then got it right on the upper part of the middle. Look at how much this just punched through a steel sign. Like that almost punctured. You can see where the steel is ripping on this side. Shit's got some ass on it. The way that mists out on impact, I'd love to fill one of these with like red chalk just for like a blood splatter effect.
Oh, it would look so, it would actually be a really dope effect use it on a ballistic dummy on a black screen.
Oh yeah.
Dude, just put that in a lot of shots. Just this sheer burst, if that was red. Damn, that's hitting hard.
I'm not even sure I'd tell Houston to do that. That's like less lethal in the same way that the AM-180 is less lethal. It's like, yeah, it's less lethal than a shotgun, but not by a lot.
Now there's a ton of different projectiles that you can use for 40mm, obviously, as we're demonstrating. One of the others that gets used a lot is smoke grenades, which again, while not designed to kill, I would not want to get hit with one, which is actually the second kind of smoking that can kill you. The first, of course, being, well, you know. But if that's a habit that you have that you're looking to quit, maybe try checking out our partners over at Fume. Fume is a flavored air device that is designed to help people move away from vaping. And because there's no vapor to it, you can do it anywhere. There's no nicotine, no harmful chemicals, just flavor that's designed to help mitigate that oral fixation. And the little vent at the bottom has a little magnetic clicker thing on it, which is good for fidgeting, which I just now realized I've been doing the entire ad. I hate when the read calls me out like that. I'm still doing it. They got a bunch of flavors to choose from. I personally prefer the mint. It's pretty basic, hard to go wrong with that. But over 500,000 people have already made the switch to Fume as part of their habit-changing journey. And if you're ready to take that step, no time like the present. And for a limited time, if you order the Journey Pack using code Brandon Herrera, one word, no space, you'll get a free Fume topper, an accessory to help level up your experience. But click the link down below at tryfume.com/Brandon Herrera, or scan the QR code on the screen to get yours today. Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring the video. Also shout out the boys over at sdi.edu. If you're trying to get your start in gunsmithing or weapons technology and you're really just not sure where to start, consider checking them out down in the links in the description and in the pinned comment.
But like the idea of carrying like a cut down one, like on your plate carrier, or like I guess back in the day, like your chest rig or some shit, that's already like a little sketch, just tromping through the forest with like a loaded fucking HE round in here. You ready to make it worse?
Yes.
This thing's got a neat little feature where you can just delete the trigger guard.
You just, oh my God.
So you just hit that button and you could just swivel it out of the way in either direction.
I want to make sure.
That, you're just,
and then it just gets snagged when you pull. This is how bad that would be. You just get off, you pull this very easily into, you bump that and then it's just hanging out willy-nilly and you're like, huh. And then click, boom. Dude, that's so fucking dope and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, we're just gonna put that trigger guard back.
What was the purpose of that?
Funny. I really don't know.
When you have a gun, like a gun maker, and you're like, I have no idea what purpose that serves.
I am speed.
Anyhow, guys, time to learn a little history about the M79 Thumper. The M79 was first developed as part of a weapons project started a few years after the end of World War II. The idea was to give more firepower to the infantrymen. Basically a mortar, but far more man-portable, which ultimately led to this being adopted in 1960. It was a smash hit with soldiers, especially those who were the corn-fed country boy type, who already grew up shooting shotguns because a lot of the manual of arms is very familiar. As you can see here, like most single shot or double barrel shotguns, it's got a little lever that you just push open to the side, and then the gun essentially breaks in half, allowing you to pull out the old cartridge and shove in a new one. So once we put our round in, close it back up, and the action of just dropping the barrel and then closing it back up will automatically put the gun on safety. Now to take it off of safety, we flip this little lever forward and we are ready to fire. We also have our sight here. This is set to, pretty close range. But if you wanted to really reach out and touch somebody, or car, or building, we have a flip-up sight that can take us out to 375 meters, or yards. I don't really know. Doesn't matter. It's a fucking grenade. This thing really got famous during Vietnam, and as stated before, a lot of these special forces groups, the MACV-SOG boys, they chop them down super short, A, because it was, lighter, more portable, B, because it looks drippy as hell, and I would love to have 3 of them Blackbeard style. Anyhow, it was a smash hit in Vietnam and has been used in conflicts all over the globe since. And it's because of its simplicity, its ease of use, its relatively lightweight, and the fact that every soldier fucking loves it, that it is still in use by the US military to this day.
The milk challenge. Are you gonna drink? We're chugging milk and running.
Hell yeah. On a nice hot day, I'm gonna chug this entire gallon of milk, and you're gonna shoot me with a 40 mil. No. Was it, Saturdays are for the boys.
What? Why am I running in the heat? Just spraying milk out your fucking thing. Just take a round of the ass afterwards.
What we are going to do is try to show effect on target with 3 different rounds. So we've got the chalk round, a non-lethal, and a really lethal. This is, I believe they call it the Hornets nest. It's a 40 millimeter subcal insert that fires a shitload of 22 long rifle cartridges, effectively turning the Thumper into a giant fucking shotgun. I've never fired one of these before, so I'm really looking forward to it. But first, to give some context, let's see what this would do. We don't have, a willing participant because Houston Jones couldn't make it to the phone. So we're gonna see what the chalk does against the milk. We're gonna see what the non-lethal does, simulate some, LA tourism. And then we're gonna move up to the good stuff. Got milk? Oh, did that go through it?
Yeah, it fucking right through it.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, shit, that went straight through.
Dude, look at the dirt just get turned up from the... God damn, do you see how much dirt got kicked up?
No.
Dude, like, if that's what wild... That was the soft one?
No, that was
chalk.
that was the chalk.
Okay, yeah, that was a dumb... As I see chalk shooting upwards. Was that the soft one?
Look at the dirt bleeding. That still hit the dirt with some ass.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. Can I shoot it?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. That's why I gave it to you.
I mean, just like this?
I mean, you can if you want. It's your land, man. You, if you're comfortable with it.
Safety's got to be off first.
4.
Where'd it go?
I have no idea.
Did you track it?
I would-
that way.
A long way?
Yeah, it went
Not too far.
Yeah.
like,
Fine.
you got a good relationship with your neighbors, right?
I do actually, yeah. That's Mr.
You
Fay
did,
that lives
you
over
did.
there.
Have a good relationship.
All we hear is just, ooh. Now this is a B&T non-lethal riot control round. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news lately, but non-lethal is in the public vernacular again. And whether you're left, right, Democrat, Republican, whatever, everybody in the United States has a First Amendment right to peaceably assemble, protest, and speak their mind. And I think that's beautiful. One of the great many privileges of living in this great country. However, this round was designed for the assholes that forgot the peaceable part. This was designed as the proportional response to, throwing rocks and hitting police horses. Will it kill you? Nah. Will it hurt? A lot. Stop resisting! Oh man. So if I'm not mistaken, and I actually saw that right, oh yeah, totally. We caught the non-lethal round in the milk jug. So I mean, that's a pretty good demonstration of power. Way less power than the practice round. I mean, not nearly enough power to kill you. Definitely enough power to discourage your current behavior though. So moving on to the Hornet's Nest round, our grand finale here. Showing you how it works real quick. We have the back that unthreads. This is what will be our firing pins for our 22 rounds. And this is where you load said 22 rounds. So it's about 15 rounds of 22 LR. Just load these in the back like so. Drop a few on the ground, that one's optional. So now we take this, put it back in the top there, and our back cap has a primer that we just thread this on, and now we have a live Hornet's Nest round, and this is actually very scary. All right, so loading up the shotgun from hell. Not the bees! Oh man, looks like we clipped the top of it. So it went a little high and right, because I was aiming right about here. Put that top right, you see all the different bullet holes from 22? And there's our fired 22 casings. It's gnarly. I was warned this thing shoots a little bit to the right, and I think I was slightly high. Luckily, it's reloadable. Let's give that another shot. Eli won't be standing there when we shoot this, by the way. That camera's just there to give you a cool shot that looks kind of like this. That looked more like it. Yep, that's the problem with it. Ain't got no gas in it. This whole segment's a lot funnier if you know that Eli's horrifically lactose intolerant. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Thumper M79. This thing's wicked fucking cool. I've always wanted to show one of these off and add it to the collection, so I'm really glad to finally have one. We might revisit it one day if we can find somebody who can get their hands on some high explosive 40mm, but until then, it's just a fucking beautiful piece of history. And it will make a fine addition to my collection. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. We got some revamped range content coming up. I just want to say, I appreciate you guys, and as always, I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon. Like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Imagine fucking direct impacting a deer just with a chalky. No! Whoop. Which is how it got. Fuck. Which is how it got its affectionate. Fuck. Which is how it got its nicknames, such as the Thumper or the Bloop. Please hold. Which is how it got its nicknames, because it sounds like this. Oh, that's not good.
Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring the video.